Hello, and welcome to another episode of Confessions of a Dog Trainer. So, in this episode, it's another deep dive into reactivity. Some things that popped up in owner coaching sessions that I thought might be insightful and helpful for you. And I asked a Q&A box on Instagram the other day because I'm redoing our Reactive Dog Handbook. I think it's even going to have a different name, which I'm very excited about. And I asked what you all would like to see in the new guide, and some things popped up, some things that were asked over and over. So I thought it would be helpful to talk through it. So, as a little ode to my dad, as always, I've got my cup of joe, and I'll wait for you to get yours. Cutest little cup. Okay, so one of the things that someone asked, a couple people asked actually, getting to the root cause of reactivity. Why are they feeling like this? So this might be an unpopular opinion, but again, I'm always speaking from my own experience working with dogs and owners and sharing things that will help you with your dogs always. And that's kind of the beauty of dog training, and I'm sure very overwhelming for a lot of you owners. There's a lot of opinions out there, a lot of different things to, I don't know, a lot of different advice, which I know that can be overwhelming. It's just like me with nutrition and fitness stuff. And I have a story on that, I think, that's a little bit relatable and hopefully helps you look outside of the box. So, okay, so first let me tell you that story because I think, I don't know, it's relatable and it just really made me think, oh my gosh, like it's so easy to be closed-minded and hold on to something you've heard just because you're fearful. So I was diagnosed with PCOS, I think like 10 years ago when Bobby and I were trying to have a baby. And ever since then, it's like this label that I've attached to myself. So whenever I'm feeling off or I think my hormones are weird or what I eat, how I work out, it's all attached to that label of PCOS. So I would look into what food should I eat? What's best for someone with PCOS? What's the best workouts? You know, it's just like probably you all with reactive dogs or anxious dogs. What's the best schedule for my reactive dog? Or what's the best dog training or whatever? So for me, a big thing, common theme in the nutrition world is what I found was that with PCOS, you shouldn't eat carbs. So for the longest time, I stayed away from rice. I stayed away from a lot of carbs. I think like sweet potatoes were okay. But still, like one time I did Whole30, and that's very low carb, high whole foods, which is good, but it was still missing the carb component. So I've yo-yoed a lot with different foods. And recently, in the past year, so when my dad passed away in November, about a month later, I was just thinking, oh, I actually came across a journal entry of his, and it was, I think when I was in high school, and he mentioned, my dad never mentioned my body or how I looked or ever made me feel bad about um, any appearance stuff, ever. But in this journal entry, I thought was just so funny, where I think I was training for a marathon at the time, and he said I came back and I looked really toned and healthy. And to me, I envisioned him feeling proud of me and happy that I was healthy. And I don't know, I saw that and I was like, I really just want to make him proud now. So I started thinking about taking my health seriously and looking into investing in a coach who could help me with nutrition. It's actually a friend of mine who I paid for a course to create courses, and she was my partner. They matched you up with someone. And so we got to know each other through that. She lives in Colorado, out in that area. And we became friends through that. So then about a year or two later, I reached out to her. She's super knowledgeable about nutrition and endurance stuff and fitness. And so I hired her to help me. And it was a 3-month program. And she really helped me see or look at carbs in a completely new way. Pretty much every single day I was eating rice. And in the beginning, I was thinking, oh my gosh, rice is bad. You know how those of you who have ever been into the diet stuff or you're very nervous about carbs or whatever the thing is, and it's hard to overcome that. So she would encourage me to eat pasta, and I was counting macros. So it was like within a certain limit, but I still felt like, wow, I can eat so many things. It's amazing. I also thought counting macros was going to trigger my eating disorder that I've struggled with in the past, and it did the opposite. But it helped having a coach to encourage me along the way. There was one point midway during the 3 months when I felt like, oh my gosh, I don't know if this is working. It was a big, like, trust the process kind of a thing, and having a coach to help me through it was so helpful. But there was a moment where I was like, if I didn't have you, Whitney, I would quit. I would stop doing this. I would give up, because it's so hard when you have all these past preconceived notions about food, and then now you're eating those foods, and if everything doesn't feel like it's a quick fix, or you're like right away feeling like slim and toned and all the things, um, I felt discouraged.